We're at the North American International Auto Show, checking out the all-new Volkswagen Passat. It's all redesigned for this year. As you can see, significant design changes have been made to this model. You'll notice we have daytime running lights running right through the headlamp cluster with some sort of LEDs at the bottom and projection beam headlamps on top. The grille looks quite similar to the current model. And over here we have what looks like 18-inch wheels on this model. At the back we have taillights that are pretty reminiscent of a grown-up Jetta. They look wider, they look more elegant than the current new Jetta. We have chrome exhaust tips with chrome running right between them as well, connecting them. What's always amazed me about Volkswagen is the size of the trunk, so let's see how this one fares. And yes, this definitely impresses. Look at how deep that trunk is. Probably put 4 large suitcases stacked in there. Well, 2 stacked and then 2 stacked right beside. That's how wide it is. As you can see, it's pretty long. Here we have the camera. And yeah, just looking closer at the taillight cluster, you'll notice we have LEDs running up here. I believe these might be LEDs, I'm not totally sure. This looks like an LED indicator or turn signal, as seen in the current Jetta, which has LED turn signals as well. You'll notice how big this area is, how large the space is right above the trunk. So what we'll do is we'll step inside. As you can see, we're going to step inside right now, and you'll notice how much quieter it is in here. They've used some really good noise reduction material in here, or sound reduction material, and it's almost like you can hear like a muffled version of whatever I'm hearing outside, and it's actually pretty loud outside, as you can hear. So yeah, so over here you'll notice that we have a matte gloss finish to this wood trim. It is plastic though. Here we have the headlamps. On this side we have the navigation. It looks very similar to the current new Jetta. Let's see if we can turn that on. Unfortunately, I can't use the start button to turn on the screen because key's not detected. But let's see what else we have here. So as you can see, that is a full color screen, and these are analog gauges on each side. The trip meter button is over here. And this is what the steering wheel buttons look like. So you can see you can toggle between menu items over here. You can change between stations here. Volume, cruise control, adaptive cruise control on this one. Over here we have various controls for the park assist, some sort of parking control, and this one's equipped with an automatic transmission. These cup holders look fairly wide. They don't look that deep though, but they're fairly wide. And these buttons are, they're touch buttons, but they're not exactly part of the touchscreen. This is the space of this is the area of the touchscreen. And here we have volume knob, what looks like the tune knob on this side, and the sunroof is fairly standard. Again, I don't know what trim level we're in, but this is a slightly smaller sunroof than the Jetta, I believe, or at least the high-end Jetta that we saw with the black roof. So I'll have to check up on what trim level we're in. And yeah, this looks really elegant. I like how this air conditioning vent swoops into another air conditioning vent and it just forms a nice line that goes all the way to the other end. Looks really cool. Here we have the dial for the sunroof, as Volkswagen does it. And here is a nice, almost no bezel mirror, rear view mirror. These turn signals look really cool as well. They have a nice boxy shape to them and a nice firm pull. Let's step into the back seat. As we step into the back, you'll notice we have quite a lot of legroom actually. It's a nice amount of legroom back here. I'm actually surprised. So here on this model, or I'm not sure if it's on this model or on all Passats, but you have heated seats. You have air conditioning vents as well. This might be standard on all Passats, because I don't think they're going to go and make that an option just for a high-end vehicle, because most mid-sized sedans these days have rear air conditioning or heating ducts. These cup holders, again, they look wide, but they're not very deep, which is kind of, I'm not exactly sure how it's gonna hold a drink up. Here you have seat pockets that can probably hold an iPad or a few magazines. And these door pockets, they don't really hold, well actually yeah, you could probably slide a bottle of water in here, probably a 500 ml bottle of water. Nothing bigger than that. 2 USB slots over here. Your speakers over here as well as over here. And these are the dome lights back here. It's been a look at the all-new Volkswagen Passat at the North American International Auto Show in Detroit.